hop aboard the hype rocket to Planet Awesome Sauce.
I may not be the world's greatest lover, but 17th place isn't half bad.
It's Madamus of the Back Library, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator, streaming throughout every week. Retro and modern game stream, watch and fail, yapping stream. He'll call you pretty. Cozy reading stream, because he loves you. Karaoke stream, prepare your ear holes. Bonus gorilla stream, watch them for Harambe. If you don't watch live, Chibi Madamus will cry. Is that not enough? If you don't watch live, this kitten could explode.
Don't blame me, I did not authorize any of this.
New schedule posted weekly on X and YouTube. Go read it. All streams scheduled in Eastern Time. God's favorite time zone. Always streaming horizontal, never vertical. Just the way you like it. Follow, subscribe, like, watch, do the things, have the fun.
I don't know what that last part even means.
Madamus of the Back Library.
Greetings, brohams! What the dealio? Welcome to the Back Library. I am Madamus, former Cosmic Defender turned archive curator. Hail to the chat. Welcome in, Luciano. Welcome in, Paul, Hannah. Welcome in, Omegs. Welcome in, Gentai. Welcome, I said Luciano. I almost said it again. Welcome in, Judd. Anyone else who's currently watching, welcome in. If you are lurking, thank you for lurking. If you're VOD watching, thank you for watching the VOD. I don't know how y'all do it, but, love it. Please consider a comment on the VOD. It does help with the algorithm. Like, subscribe, notification bell, follow on the Twitter, do all the things, have the fun, win the game. Yeah, Omegs, wait. Don't break it tonight. Please, not tonight. Not tonight. Let's wait, Omegs, wait until my gift expire before gifting. I feel that, Luciano. Oh, I feel that from so many channels. You see, welcome me more than once. Yeah, I know. First of all, full disclosure right out of the gate before we get started, I legit, more than in the past, have a sore throat. May not sound, kind of had a bad day. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Judd. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully it'll get better, and hopefully you'll have a better tomorrow. Oh, gosh, my throat. Yeah, so I am dealing with a sore throat right now. I think it might actually... I don't know if it's just from the overuse or if it's something else, but that plus nightmares about other job, etc. and so forth. But it'll be okay. Everything's cool. But if you hear my throat getting rough tonight, try to pay it no mind, because I do want to get through this stream. Yeah, I know the worst thing. Oh, let's do a yapping stream when I've got a sore throat. That's a good idea. Drink some tea. Already on it, Gentai. I had some green tea with lemon. Thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Well, no, I didn't have lemon. I had some green tea with honey. I meant to buy some lemon today when I was out, so I had to go do some more grocery shopping today and probably again tomorrow. Throat goat, man, I'm trying. I'm usually pretty decent about pushing past these things. So if you ever see me actually have to cancel a stream, then you know it's serious. Because I try to, anytime I've got something scheduled, I always try to live by that schedule. And that's not a knock to anyone who does have to reschedule things, because I know life gets in the way. I know a lot of my even my top 5 VTubers who are my biggest influences, I know they have to take time away. What else do I need to mention? And I will take a hydration break momentarily. Water, salt, and gurgle, good to clean the throat. Okay, I will bear that in mind. I might try that. I used to use salt water a lot with, whenever I eat, you would get inflamed gums. That's a weird thing to talk about on stream. But y'all know what happens. Occasionally, suddenly your gum starts to hurt or whatever. Is that just me? It can't be just me. Judd, if you send, would it help make it? Wait, what? No, Paul. Nope, don't go asking for stuff like that. It's the gurgle, isn't it? When you do the... Yeah, no, I know what the... I got the gurgle. I got it. It was good, but I was going to play putt-putt tournament, but it was canceled because of the rain. Oh, I got you, Judd. I hear you. Yeah, I hate stuff like that. I know the rain gets in the way. I love the rain. I'm a big... it's rainy season where I'm at. I love the rain, but I hate it when you have to cancel plans. And I hate driving in it, too. Driving... Very gurgular. I like that. What else do I want to mention? Okay, I'm not a drama VTuber. I do want to cancel golf tournament because of rain. Yeah, that definitely does suck. Hopefully they can reschedule it soon for you. But welcome in, Jennifer. I don't think I said welcome in when you popped up. I did want to mention just slightly about the vShoujo thing. I'm sure some of you have heard about vShoujo, the VTuber corpo that people were expecting was the good guy, and now all this stuff happened. First Iron Mouse, now there's stuff with Henya the Genius. It's fine, no worries. Well, I try. The only thing I want to say about the vShoujo, I really despise people who use that incident and this thing with vShoujo to promote themselves. You do have a lot of people going out there and saying, oh, well, I auditioned for them once and da-da-da-da-da. No, come on. People are dealing with a bunch of crap right now. Don't use this to boost yourself. Not that anyone here watching has ever done that. Have you donated to their charity yet? No, I haven't. I never did. I am... And this doesn't sound... I don't damn... More drama on telenovela. Yeah. I'm really picky and careful on donating to charities. I know that maybe... And I look into them probably even more so than I have to, and more so than most people do. But regardless, well, I mean, her charity's going to do just fine. Everything that's happened with vShoujo is just, if anything, this is guaranteed that charity is going to get even more than they were originally bargaining for, because you got such an outpouring of support for Iron Mouse. But yeah, anyone who's using this to boost themselves, shame. And I also don't want everyone to look at this and think every corpo is evil. Because, and I've been hearing some stuff even today about, good news about Nimi. I don't know, welcome in here, Trumpet, welcome in. I don't know if I heard anything about that. I'll look that up. Kinda here, kinda not, cooking dinner, taking out, gotcha, welcome in, Daylin. Real life news, the Prince of Dark, was this Ozzy Osbourne? Yeah, that was too bad about Ozzy Osbourne. That's too bad about she's getting married. I might have seen that. I think I did see that. I think I did see that. I'm gonna look that up. Let me double check. I've been, like I said, I've been out of the house most of the day. Nimi marriage to Luffy. Oh, fans cheering as Nimi nightmares getting married, having a oh, well, that's awesome. Good for her. That is awesome. That's fantastic. I love seeing stuff like that. And I saw another one too, just got recently married too. Alta Luna? I can't remember. Someone who's in India I saw, they just got married as well. Nimi getting married is cool as heck. Yeah, exactly. Glad VTubers can actually get... Yeah, but I was told there aren't any real women out there, so I don't know how that works. I was told that the 2D, all the 2D women are actually dudes with voice changers, so how does that work? I don't get it. Ozzy, recipes. Okay, here's the real story. It was going to be on Monday night. I canceled because of their too many people in the putt. Oh, wow. Geez, well, too many people. That's pretty, that's impressive. That's, wow. Yowzers. Oh, yeah, Nimi's getting married, which explains a lot. Omegs, the characters got married. Yeah, Brazilian VTubers all have boyfriends, and we love them. Haha. We're always pushing VTubers to get into relationships here. See, and meanwhile, you got the opposite stand. I don't know about Japan, but in the US, it's like, you've got a girlfriend, you've got a boyfriend. I am unsubscribing right now. I am canceling my membership. No, you cannot. No. Complete opposite from Japan, so it's the same thing there too. Is Nimi's getting married? Sweet. I hope her spouse enjoys residency in the basement, cuffed to a chair. There are femboys and women are fiction and only exist in anime. Exactly. There are no real women. All women are anime or something and standees. No, you're good, Judd. You're good. You don't need to apologize for anything. But I'm sorry that it got canceled, Judd. Hopefully hopefully it'll get fixed up and you'll be able to go do that, because that's awesome. I haven't done mini golf in years and years and years. What have I missed? Luciana Enamorero. There are some married Japanese VTubers, but that is usually in the starting concept too. Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. Delusion is crazy. Yeah, only idiots do. Yeah, I don't. Only idiots do what? Get married? Or believe that? Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. I get that. I am going to, and cancel them. Yeah, I agree. I am going to say the only thing I will say, and this is my personal opinion, I do feel if you're a VTuber that pushes the, don't worry about it, it's in the past, alrighty. I would say, if you're a VTuber that pushes the BFE, GFE, if you're trying to put on the persona that you're single, I do think that's kind of in poor taste not to disclose that you're in a, or not, for people to not know that, because I can understand to a point, because at some point for some, you know, it's hard to the line between real and fake, virtual and IRL becomes blurred more than it should. So I would say I do think there's something weird about doing the BFE, GFE, girlfriend experience, boyfriend experience material, and then being actually, you know, in a relationship. For me, that feels weird. If that means, yeah, if they push parasocial and try to hide it, it's bad. Boyfriend experience, they, sort of like the joke video I did for the girlfriend experience, Judd, with your boyfriend and you check into a hotel, and I read the weird stuff. It's something where they put out video or they do material pretending like they're your boyfriend. You know, the blowing you kisses, things like that. The let's go on a date together. More when we're not actually on a date, but like a virtual date online with everyone, you know, chiming in as if we're all dating together. I don't know. It's really hard for me to explain. But yeah, boyfriend, girlfriend. BFE win, Matt. You already got it, Omegs. You got that wonderful 5 minutes. Hotel. Even gave you a towel to dry off with. Made you the weird tea that assails the nostrils. Omegs only if we're in the maid outfit. No maid outfit. No. Oh, I do want moving on. Don't try to hide, Amanda, so we know the truth that you want to call chat pretty. That's true. It's in the video. Yeah. 5 minutes is athlete tier. 5 minutes. It wasn't even much of it's not even much of a BFE. It was all a joke, Gentai. It was a joke one because my internet upload speed got nerfed, and I had to have my ISP come out here and send a technician, so I quickly cut together something to upload so the YouTube algorithm wouldn't bonk me too hard. Maid outfit. Oh dear. No. Maybe eventually. No, wait, maybe. Can we just do butler outfit? Can't I just do the buttling or whatever it is? Can't we do butler, chat? Please? What else was I going to mention? Oh, Some of you internet speed was slow. Yeah, and it's fixed now, but I say it's fixed. Last weekend, was it last weekend? Yes, it was, no, it was the weekend before. It was the James Bond stream. Yeah, for Matt Butler would work better. Thank you, Gentai. Appreciate it. Sure, if your butt is out in the Butler outfit. No, not with the gown again. No. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Jennifer's got the drawing pad out. Madamus Maid is here to serve you snacks and tea. Oh, y'all. No, but the ISP was actually wonky when I did the James Bond stream. Some of you may have not noticed it, but right at the tail end, right when we were ending, it dropped to 0 again. And they seem to have fixed it, but I don't know what's going on with my ISP. But like every couple weeks, gotta get that GAD. Jeez. Alfredimus. I mean, I'll take that to a point. Master Bruce. No maid and no sailor scout outfit as well. Oh dear. Yeah. Don't put me in the Sailor Moon stuff, y'all. Or the sailor outfits or the schoolgirl. No. What is happening? Jennifer getting ready for drawing content. Oh dear. But as always, I mean, I love it. I appreciate all of it. Thank you, Ear Trumpet. Woo! Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super. Appreciate it. Woo! Shouldn't do that when my throat is sore, but I did it anyway. Thank you so much. Oh, so I was mentioning, yeah, my ISP got nerfed. It seems that every couple of weeks, I'm having to call up my ISP and they're having to rewrite the boot record in my modem. I don't know what's up with that. Couple other things, and no Twilight Sparkles. Couple other things I wanted to mention. So, and I'm checking. Hold on. Let me respond to a tweet real quick. To that. Okay. Norboshi Ariel was giving me some advice on the Twitter. So I was just responding to that. So chat, you may have seen you might have seen a tweet from me if you're on the Twitter. Chibi Madamus Magical Transfer. No! Leave the poor Chibi out of Chibi Moonimus. Leave my poor Chibi out of this. Twin Opinion, welcome in. So some of you may have seen on the Twitter. I posted that I was looking into opening an LLC. It seems that I need to do something with my YouTube channel as a business before I start getting doxxed because of some stuff there is with Google. I got an email from Google saying that I guess their rules have changed with ads, and for my future advertisements, they're basically gonna dox my full name and stuff. Going forward. So I need to open a small business. I need to turn this into a small business. I was looking at a limited liability I forgot, limited liability company, I think is what it stands for, Judd. But I made a post on Twitter, and Norboshi Ariel, who is an amazing content creator. I don't have her link. Omegs, if you've got her link, you can post it. Actually, I might be able to get her link real quick. Let me try to get it real quick. Norboshi Ariel, if you haven't subscribed to her, you totally should. She's a super talented musician as far as like mixing and everything else, writing, mixing, etc. and so forth. She gave me some advice. Apparently, she's been running as a sole proprietorship. And a sole proprietorship, I guess it's made it where she hasn't worried about any problems with the IRS or being audited or anything like that. So I'm definitely going to look into that. There's her link. If you haven't subscribed to her, she's worth your time. Norboshi Ariel, great VTuber, great content creator, indie. Although she's on Irium now, as well as, you know, the YouTube and the Twitch. Yeah, Twitch and YouTube. I think that's her bread and butter. Done. Oh, thank you, Gentai. Yeah, she's I hope someday I can afford to commission her for BGM for some background music. I mean, I love the royalty-free stuff I've already bought for my music. I really do love my music library, but I would like to have something for me that's really exclusive to me someday. So hopefully I'll be able to commission her. Again, being able to afford it. So at some point, chat, just a heads up, and I'm not asking anyone to dono, obviously, but I might at some point be running a donation goal for some of the fees, the state fees for opening a sole proprietorship or an LLC. Just so you know, I'm not one of those, I hate doing, I never have thought anything of anyone who does it until it was me who thinks about doing one of these dono goals, and then suddenly it's like, oh, do I want to do that? I just always feel weird. Matt's very supportive. I try, Gentai. I try, and the reason is so, boy, we're opening a new rabbit hole here. And this, I guess, goes back to the V Shoujo thing. Taking a cue from a VTuber who I've learned a lot just by watching from a distance, Nyaru-chan. She has always said there is no VTuber community. Anyone who said there's a VTuber community like it's all kumbaya, that's not true. It is very much dog eat dog, but it's also built on those individual relationships that you cultivate. So I have been very apt to try to cultivate good relationships. I've tried to make good friendships. I hope that I'm making good friendships with people who I can trust. I hope it's something where I can eventually turn to them for stuff and they could turn to me for stuff. I'm not asking all of us to, you know, hey, let's all cross promote each other's channels, but I think it's, yeah, I just want to make friends in this business. There. It's better to make friends in this business than to completely try to go it alone. I think if you do that, that just sounds like it'd be so sad. I mean, it's like the whole thing. I love rating people and I love getting rated. I love rating people. I love being able to bring my audience to other people who I've enjoyed or to people who I haven't seen so that we can all see if they are, you know, our cup of tea together. Back Library LLC. We'll see. I don't know what it's going to be. After talking to Nori, well, not talking, but after she tweeted me back, whatever, replied. I don't know the Twitter lingo now, thanks to X. After she X'd me back, is that what we say now? Did she X me? I'm probably going to look into sole proprietorship first. Okay, last thing. Before we head into looking at the cartridges, and I want to try to knock them out, so we're going to go boom, boom, boom as fast as we can, except for ones that I really need to focus on. I say that every time, and it never happens. I did want to mention, friendship is magic. That it is, Judd. Be right back, okay. I did want to mention Atari lately has been killing it. Atari, even though they don't have a new system, they have been killing it on the retro front, and I'm starting to regret during the last Amazon Prime thing not picking up the 7800 Plus when they had it on a like 50% off discount. Atari has announced they're putting out, and let me see, let me pull it up on, ow, bump the desk, that wasn't good. Let me go over to my gaming PC, let me see if I can real quickly pull it up, let me see if I can pull up the pictures of the thing. Hold on. Yeah, they made the portable, well, there was the Atari Lynx, if that's what you're talking about. I know they had that, and then there were the portable 2600s, but those were at games things. Yeah. So with their 2600 Plus and their 7800 Plus, they've just announced a special Pac-Man edition. 2600 Plus, which plays your 7800 and 2600 games, and they've announced a new Pac-Man game. something exclusive from, and with their Atari 50, I guess the Steam collection, I guess they're going to be putting out a special Namco DLC for it that's going to have all the different, like, Pac-Man and Galaga and Galaxian editions, or most of them, all that were released on Atari systems. Let me pull this up. Atari Pac-Man 2600 plus. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can pull this up. There we go. Yeah. So that's a thing of beauty. They're putting out the, well, I mean, it's a high price right now. I can't zoom that in. Darn. It's a bit pricey, $275, but, there's the bundle, which includes the, Pac-Man double players, Dig Dug, Xevious, and Galaga. I want to see what this Pac-Man double players is. Is there a screenshot? Pac-Man style, yeah, it's the yellow system. It is cute. I think it looks awesome. I'm not paying $275. But, and the truth is, I'd rather have the 70 right there, the 7800 plus, just because I love that look. But, original 7800 launch. Oh, they don't have any games. Okay, come on. Physical games. Join the wait list. Let me can only sort by featured. I'm trying to no, it's not listed there. Oh. Rita's Rewind. Oh, it's not PC. Games. Okay, Atari 50. Atari cartridges. There it is. I completely missed it. Does it show the oh, and they got buy 4 get 1 free. That's not bad. Do they show the new Pac-Man on here? I want to see the new Pac-Man. Ah, there it is. I want to see what this thing is. Experience the original Gaming Romance 1982. These icons are together again. So 2-in-1 cartridge. Includes Pac-Man 7800, a new arcade-style version, along with the Pac-Man 2600. 275 is better than 450. That is true, Judd. That is true. Okay, so it's just a new 7800 version of Pac-Man plus the horrible 2600 version. Okay, but in any case, the point is, chat, Atari is killing it right now. In terms of the retro stuff, Atari is really been killing it. Oh, wow. A joystick for each ghost? Okay, that's kind of awesome. Still not spending the money, but it's awesome. Hold on. Let me turn my BGM on, chat. It seems I forgot the BGM. Oh, okay. We got the funky BGM. That's right. I forgot. We got the funky BGM tonight. Yeah. I gotta stop that. All right. Let's go ahead. Let me make sure it's capturing right. Good. It's not doing funky. I've had some weird stuff going on with the hand cam. Let me move my mic forward a bit. My mic doesn't have as much mobility as I'd like. I've got a regular boom, but it's short. And then I got a low profile boom, which is also short and low profile. It's functional. Oh, and of course I turn it on and immediately the music starts fading out. Why not? Hydration break before we get started going through cartridges, chat. Hydrate or dihydrate. Okay, so last week we finished... Oh, I gotta reverse that. Okay. Last week we finished Sunsoft. So we are moving on now to Trade West. And I got one boxed Trade West game, which I'm eventually going to do something special with on stream. Okay, first. Let me focus it. Even though it's not that out of focus. All right. All right, high-speed pinball. There's really not much to say about this. It's based on the original pinball machine from Williams Midway. It's basically, it was released by Rare. It's the same engine as Pinbot. So if you've ever played Pinbot on NES, it's the same game. Well, it's not the same game, but it's, you know, it's similar enough. It's the same pinball feel and everything. I'm not going to pull up screenshots, chat, until we get to something that's really interesting. And this one is not. Yeah, the Ghost Joysticks Bundle Edition definitely costs more. Yeah, but it is cool, Daylin. I gotta tell you, I love that they're doing that. And I regret, because, yeah, the 7800, they had a bundle with it and Crystal Castles over Prime Week just a week or so ago. They had it for, like, I want to say it was $55. And at the time, I passed on it because I didn't want to invest in another console. You know, you get another one, it's like, oh, there's more games that I'm going to be buying. That's more money being spent. And plus, I don't know how well Atari will do for streaming. I'm putting my hands here so there's more motion going on than me just in the corner. I don't know how well Atari does for streaming, since the games, I mean, they're kind of, you know, it's just score big points. I did an Atari stream once. When I hit 2.5K or 2K subs, I forget which it was. It was early on. It didn't have a lot of viewers. Omegs was here, I know. I did an Atari stream with my own console, which is the Atari XEGS. I showed off the console, the games that I have on it. It's something my family had that I kept, and I still love, and I'm glad I still have it. But it didn't really do that well streaming-wise. It wasn't just that it didn't get much audience, because I was a young streamer at the time. Of course I'm not going to get much of an audience. It was more that they just aren't that entertaining to watch. Crystal Castles is great with the trackball. I've never played it with the trackball. I've only played it with the joystick, and that's an experience. Oh no, it wasn't Crystal Castles. It's the sequel. I don't remember what the sequel's called, but they made a sequel recently. It was Crystal Caverns or something. I don't remember. All the great old console games. Yeah, there's so much. They're fun, but they're more suited to a small form video content, or even semi-long form, like a 10-minute review or a 5-minute review. They don't really work, you know, doing a 2-hour-long Dig Dug stream. That ain't gonna last. That's not gonna do. That's gonna get boring real fast. I like my Dig Dug, but that's gonna get boring real fast. And even the Star Trek game that I love, the Star Trek arcade game, I love it, but it just doesn't stream well. Because even you, Omegs, I remember you were asking, what the hell am I even looking at? Yeah, exactly. Solar Jetman. Oh, what did I miss? I have Pinbot, but not this one. Yeah, Twin Opinion, I just picked it up recently. I just picked up that high-speed pinball recently because I was trying to finish off getting the pinball games that are on NES. But, and yeah, it's just, it plays identical. I love Dig Dug, but I'm done after 10 minutes. Yeah, it's suited for arcades, and it's suited for, I mean, the Atari era of gaming wasn't designed for you to sit around for hours on end for completionism. The times I've seen that, the streamer was having Batsu for mistakes. The times I've seen that, I'm sorry, what? The times you saw, what did I do? Which one are we talking about? Oh, are you talking about for the 2.5K or for a membership goal? Yeah, you know, I'll be honest, Gentai, I was thinking about doing a Batsu, but at the time, and people translating into live viewers. Yeah, the bot does what it does. I mean, the bot works. Pac-Man is a really bad idea for streaming. Yeah, unless you were going to go through a bunch of them, Judd, I kind of agree. Unless you were going to do like a whole like Pac-Man buffet and do a bunch of the classic games, like showing them all off one after another, I tend to agree. I had thought about doing a Batsu, but at the time, my subs weren't translating into live viewers. For the most part, most of my viewers were people who were already mutuals of some sort, like Luciano or Omegs, or my moderators, like, again, Omegs. Atari games, usually they would have some, punishment for these kinds. Yeah, I get that. And that makes sense, Gentai. And you know what? I'm going to put that in my hip pocket, Gentai. Thank you for mentioning that. I'm putting that in my hip pocket. I am going to keep that one, because that might be a good idea going forward, because I got plenty of Atari stuff even on PC of the old school ones in these collections. That would probably work well with a Batsu type thing. I might do that. I like that. I like that. We could do an Atari punishment stream at some point. Batsu wheel is just another word for punishment, so it's a anytime the streamer screws up, like, I don't know, different thing, or anytime there's a dono, sometimes they're donation wheels too. Like if someone donates $2, we spin the wheel, it lands on a game, and I have to play that game until I die. I mean, not like physically die, I mean in-game, obviously, because that would be horrible if I had to play it until I IRL died. That would not be good. Yeah, you got the spelling right. One word, though, but B-A-T-S-U. Yep. Yeah, it's just a punishment wheel. So it's like a wheel of fortune. You spin it, it lands on a punishment, or it lands on something you got to do. Like, I've seen some people use them, too, with voiceover, voice acting streams, where they will read certain lines in the style that it lands on. Batsu is Japanese for punishment. Ah, gotcha. I dare Madamus, too, for a Batsu play as far into Blue Spheres, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and Knuckles as possible. I would like to do that. I don't have a solo cartridge of Sonic 1. I've been using it off of the Sega 6-pack cartridge. I should take a hydration break, too. If that's what you're trying to say, Gentai, you're right. Hydration break again, because my throat is a mess. If you got a drink, take a drink. Solar Jetman. This is a game that doesn't know what it wants to be. It plays like a lunar lander type game, except you're supposed to be picking up parts of your spaceship and collecting them and stuff, and shooting enemies at the same time. The problem with this thing is all the cutscenes are like a comedy, like an international league of, or intergalactic league of space loonies or something like that. But then the game's just serious. So there's a real tone break with it. Tough as nails when we get in a Zexies playthrough. I can't promise there'll be a playthrough, Omegs, but we're going to do Zexies. Chugging, chug. Yes. I need to, I need to chug more, probably. I should have brought another, I know I said tea earlier. I should have brought more tea with me instead of just the one cup. Solar Jetman is one of the last NES carts I bought. It was one my family picked up when I was a teeny tiny Madamus. They must have already had it, because it was it's still affordable, chat. If you're collecting for NES, good news, Solar Jetman isn't expensive, at least as far as I know. If it's gone up, my mistake. Question, did you have No, I don't have the PS4, Judd. I just have an original Sega Genesis. I've got a collection of Sega Genesis games on PC, but yeah, I don't have a PS4 or 3, 2, or 1. My consoles pretty much end with it goes NES, Genesis, SNES, the Game Boy series, and GameCube. Oh dear. It's a sports ball game. John Elway's quarterback, which is not licensed by the NFL, so there are no real NFL teams. It's a sports ball game. I've read negative reviews on this one. No, you're good, Judd. And besides, it's good for me to say it every now and again, because a lot of people don't realize it. Old, I'm not old. He's old. I shouldn't say that. Sorry, Mr. Elway, for calling you old. Only thing I could say about this is I don't remember it sucking too badly, but I've only played it for like a minute tops. Sports games rarely appeal to me, except NFL Blitz 2000. I did like NFL Blitz. sucked at it, but I liked it. We are totally an attractive crowd. You might say we're a bunch of Zexies. Well played, Daylin. Zexies is good. We showed Zexies the cartridge last stream. I will play it in the future. And yes, I will pull up screenshots of some of these as we get to some interesting ones. This one I'm not pulling up because everyone and their dog knows what it is. Battletoads. It's a brawler where you play toads who are a poor man's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. One of the most difficult games on the NES. The Japanese version is easier. This is a rare occasion where the Japanese looked at the NES version and said, "Oh crap, that's too difficult for us. We need to make it a little easier for our audiences." So if you pick Battletoads up on the Famicom, it's going to be a slightly easier experience for you. Super Dodgeball. And see, that's one of the ones I don't have, Omegs, and I wish I did. That's one of the ones I'll go ahead and tell you. I don't have Super Dodgeball. It's so good and so tough. I don't think I have ever gotten past the third stage, the one with the speeders. I can never get past the speeders. Two-player mode is broken in this version. It soft locks at one of the later auto show. Really? I did not know that, Twin Opinion. That's interesting. I hate the stupid surfing levels. Yeah. My late dog could totally have beat Battletoads. Really? Okay. I'm not sure how that works, but I'll have to take your word for it. Speaking of Battletoads, here's one of the more rare ones in the NES. Now, this was recently reissued by Retrobit, which you can find pretty easily. Battletoads Double Dragon. Yeah, neither can I. Lose all my lives. Yep. Battletoads Double Dragon. I'll go ahead and pull up a screenshot of this one. Hold on. Let me go back to the... Retrobit recently reissued the NES, Game Boy, and Super Nintendo versions. They haven't tackled the Genesis one yet. Yeah, that's one of those ones my family was lucky enough to pick up at some video game store they used to frequent for $5. Popped in, they grabbed it, and this is, of course, before the market became what it is. Everyone and their dog, don't try to step now. Battletoads double. There we go. I was just going to say that. Let's see. Screenshots for the NES. By the way, I had the SNES edition of Battletoads Double Dragon. Nice! I know the SNES one's easier to find. The NES one is sort of the more difficult one because it was right at the end of the system. In fact, I think it is yeah, I just checked the back. It's got the later thing. It didn't really, so you got, yeah, all three of the Toads plus Bimmy and Jimmy. I know someone will get that. I have the Sega and Super Nintendo version. NES is rare and pricey. Yeah, you can get the Retrobit reissue still. I don't know how much it is now. I know you can still find it on eBay. For a while, you could find it around the $60 mark for a brand new one. And I don't mind Retrobit reissues. To me, Retrobit is awesome. The only thing I kind of want to point out, you can't, let me zoom it in. So the thing about this is the Double Dragon characters are literally reskins of the Battletoads. You could tell he looks weird. The face looks weird. Let me see if I can get, if there's any more. Let me find an image of a toad. They literally, there's no, it's kind of stupid, chat, because there's a toad, but you can't tell him really. The toads are literal, the Double Dragon, there's no difference. They play essentially the same. The move sets are almost identical. None is more powerful than the other, at least. And the Double Dragon characters, Billy and Jimmy, or Bimmy and Jimmy, whichever you prefer, are just reskins of the Toads. So it's, and I think that's true even with the SNES version. I'd have to take a look at it. Question is, that game a sequel to this game? The Super NES one isn't. The Super NES, the Genesis, and the Game Boy and the NES of Battletoads Double Dragon are all the same game with minor differences. They're all the same game, but with minor differences. But yeah, this is a Battletoads Double Dragon is essentially a sequel to Battletoads. It's a sequel to Battletoads and a spin-off of sorts of Double Dragon. Let's fade back in. I still need to, let me angle my camera slightly more. Just a pinch more and refocus. Yeah, so it's basically, yeah, so this is a sequel to Battletoads. It's a sequel to Battletoads, but with Double Dragon added in. I heard the developers really didn't really want to do this game. They weren't super familiar with Oh, and that shows, Twin Opinion. Their fighting style from the screenshots look like Battletoads. Yeah! That's all it is. And Twin Opinion, yeah, that squares. Because outside of like the names and the basic look of the characters to an extent, there is nothing Double Dragon about this. You're playing a Battletoads game. It's the crossover that never should have happened. And honestly, then, now that I'm thinking about it, a Ninja Turtles Double Dragon crossover probably would have played a lot better. Because the Ninja Turtles were less cartoonish. I mean, they're still turtles, but they're less cartoonish than the Battletoads. The Battletoads, for those of you who have played Battletoads, there's a Looney Tunes aspect there. There is a bit of a Looney Tunes aspect there that you don't have with Ninja Turtles, which is fine. That's cool. But not for Double Dragon. I think they even got one of the Double Dragon villains' names wrong. So I wouldn't put that past them. I wouldn't doubt that for a second, Twin Opinion. Not for a second. Speaking of which, as we move along, let's just go quickly. Double Dragon. It's Double Dragon. The only thing about, Double Dragon Battletoads is so bad. It's weird, Gentai. I don't think it's a bad game, but it does feel half-hearted. I like things about it, but it does feel like you're just playing more Battletoads. There's nothing really special about it, gameplay-wise, that stands out. That game is super hard. Yeah, Double Dragon's tough. I suck at Double Dragon. They're both green. That's all we need. Exactly, Omegs. Green turtles, toads, whatever. River City Ransom is great. No, I agree. I suck at River City Ransom. I suck at almost every game. I suck at River City Ransom, but I love it. And we will get to River City Ransom at some point. Because it's that's such an interesting. I remember SNES well. There were few similarities play-wise, but the dragons were more martial arts combat and style, and the controls where Battletoads were brute force and different styles of attacks. Really? Okay, well, Daylin, then that's different than the NES, because the NES, it plays almost just like a reskin. There are some different animations for the Battletoads attacks, but they're basically the same thing. I love all three Double Dragon games on NES. Yes, even the third one. I'm going to make a special mention of the third one when we get to it. The only thing I will say about this Double Dragon on NES, nothing like the arcade game, and it definitely shows the NES sprite limitations at the time they were working past. It is not two-player simultaneous. It's two-player alternating, which sucks. You can't have multiple enemies of different designs on the screen at the same time. For whatever reason, they couldn't figure out how to do it. So you play through a couple of one enemy, then a couple of another enemy. And then they tried to make it like an RPG thing. You've got all these level up things where as you go, you level up your characters for more moves, etc. and so forth, which is really, really weird. But it sets the NES version apart from the direct ports. It is not a port. Battletoads, I meant, Which one were you saying? That game is super hard. Well, Battletoads is super hard. Yes. One of the toughest on the NES. Moving on, Double Dragon. Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. Released by Acclaim instead of Trade West. So the music isn't as good. Good news about this, it is 2 players simultaneous. It is a bit different than the arcade game. And they changed the opening cutscene, so the girlfriend, we don't see her be sanctioned. We'll just say that. Good game, tough as nails. A lot of people don't like the controls, I know, because you kick backwards and you punch forward. So if you want to kick, you always have to be in reverse. It takes some getting used to, but once you get used to it, it's golden. Never forget the fun of using robot legs to smack or drive your enemies into the ground. Good times. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's very Looney Tunes-ish, but I love Battletoads. Good game. Double Dragon 3. Okay. As Twin Opinion mentioned, Double Dragon 3, The Sacred Stones. This is not a direct port of the arcade game. I like this better than Double Dragon 2 arcade. Do you see? I haven't played the arcade enough. And I know there's a Genesis port, but I guess it wasn't that good, and it was only on the Mega Drive in Japan. It's all about the backwards elbow. Yes. Yeah, that's basically it. Just do the backwards elbow. Yeah, more damage than anything. But then I started thinking about real life Omegs, and it started making me think of, well, that makes sense, because the truth is an elbow is going to hit harder than a fist. A fist, you got all your little fingers that can break, bones. Elbow, you just got this sharp, pointy, well, not sharp, but you got this pointy, blunt bone to smash people with. So remember this, kids, when you get into a fight, always use your elbows. The more you know. Why did I say that? We're going to get letters. YouTube's going to say I'm promoting violence. Double Dragon 3. This is not a direct port of the arcade game. The arcade game, the Rosetta Stone, NES, the Sacred Stones. I don't understand the name change. The arcade game plays sort of wonky. It wants to elbow just all bone. Exactly. And it's going to take a lot more to break it than your fingers. Fist, all you gotta do is you gotta have it twisted the wrong way. You just gotta angle it wrong, or have be clinched the wrong way. And not that I'm in the habit of getting into a bunch of fights, chat. I'm not. Elbow strikes aren't easy to land. True, Luciano. You gotta have them like right in there, right next to you. NES version starts with like this opening inside of a dojo. The music, I feel, is better on the NES version than in the arcade. Double Dragon 3, I know Twin Opinion says he loves it. I don't like Double Dragon 3, but I think the NES version is better than the arcade. It just plays... It feels better. It feels, because even the arcade game doesn't feel like an arcade game. It feels like you're playing a console game in the arcade, whereas this just feels, it's not as good, but it feels right. If you do it wrong, there is a nerve. I think you call it the funny bone. Yeah, it hurts a lot if you hit it. Yeah, that's for sure. NBC theme song. Ding, 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 ding. Yep. The more you know. Okay, 3D World Runner, I'll quickly pull up a Double Dragon arcade games just get worse with every entry. Yeah, I don't know how that happened, Twin Opinion. Such a strong start. But then you look at it and you start asking, was it really a strong start, or was it just sort of the right game at the right time? Because you look at Double Dragon and you compare it to a number of other brawlers around the same period. Is Double Dragon really that impressive? Nothing against Technos. I think it's kind of got a positive rep that maybe isn't quite what it deserves to be. Because even Gentai mentioned River City Ransom, and that's a much better Technos entry. Let me pull up some 3D World Runner real quick, chat, just so you will know what I'm talking about if you've never played this one. Just a moment. Fade back into the, oops. I hit the wrong button. We did the static. If you didn't notice the static. Final Fight blew it out of the water. And the thing about Final Fight, which gets me Twin Opinion, there are so many people, at least in the US, who did not know that Final Fight was in arcades. There are so many people, from what I've read, thought it was just an SNES game. The SNES version of Final Fight sucks. It sucks. It removes two-player co-op. It removes one of the main characters. It removes one of your more popular bosses, who I think even wound up in like Street Fighter Alpha. Plus, it's got all sorts of other censorship. Final Fight on Super Nintendo versus Streets of Rage on Sega Genesis. Streets of Rage may have smaller sprites. Streets of Rage wins handily, in my opinion. 3D World Runner. Final Fight Blue. Oh yeah, Rivery City is supreme. Yes, it is. Fruit Punch Bicycle. Welcome in, welcome in. We are just going through the NES games in the back library. I didn't know Final Fight was on the SNES. Yeah, Omegs. Oh, here's another thing about that SNES version, Omegs, and for anyone else. There are two versions of it, and both suck. So when it came out, you had people, I guess, complain about, hey, why is it missing one of the main characters? It has, it's missing the character Guy. It has Cody and Hagar, but it doesn't have Guy. So they put out a version called Final Fight Guy. All they did, they didn't add Guy into the game. They didn't fix any of the two-player stuff. They added Guy in, but at the expense, they removed Hagar, and they made it Cody and Guy instead of Cody and Hagar. That's it. And that version, by the way, is really, really hard to come by. Final Fight Guy on Super NES, which I do not have, is hard to come by. I hate that Final Fight for SNES was so different from the arcade. Yeah, bought after playing the arcade, very disappointed. Yeah, I played the arcade game before I ever played the SNES. Rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. Yeah, that's true. It was mentioned earlier. Yep, rest in peace, Ozzy. Although I am going to say, Final Fight Guy, I had that. Did you? Yeah, oh, they removed Cody, not Hagar. Gotcha. Did you have that? Lucky, because that's hard to come by. I wish I would have picked it up when it was easier to find. Why didn't they just, seriously, Capcom, why didn't you put out Final Fight Special Edition? Why didn't you go back, make it two players simultaneous, add in all three characters, add in the missing boss, just put out a Final Fight Special Edition? That would have been, you did Street Fighter 2 Turbo. You did a bazillion Street Fighter 2 edition. Well, they did 3 different ones on Super Nintendo, but still, Final Fight Special Edition would have been perfectly fine. Ozzy Osbourne. One thing I do want to mention about Ozzy Osbourne. Some of the news media I saw covering it, I did think was funny. That's horrible. I don't mean it's funny that someone died, but hear me out. Oh, that's a horrible way to start it. But I'm saying anyway, hear me out. So you had some coming out and saying, super sad day, we're super saddened. Yes, absolutely. But then you had someone come out and say, I saw someone come out and say, well, I saw this morning and I was just shocked. And I'm thinking, really? Ozzy Osbourne? Who did more drugs and drank a ton and had Parkinson's, and everyone's known that his health was basically already in the toilet? You were shocked that he passed? I wouldn't call this one shocking. I call it very, very sad. But I can't say it was shocking. Oh, yeah, that's true. And I can't think of the name, but Bill Cosby, the actor who played Bill Cosby's son in Bill Cosby's show, passed away as well. Final Fight on Sega CD is great. I've heard that, Twin Opinion. That's one of those games. If I had a Sega CD, I would have hunted down in a heartbeat. I don't think the SNES could handle all the data. It took a long time to load in the SNES. I would say, my opinion, Luciano, by that point, if not initially with the launch of the SNES, but I think a couple years in, they probably could have. Because you look at Final Fight 2, I haven't played Final Fight 3, but Final Fight 2 on the SNES. Final Fight 2 on the SNES plays really well. It does the 2 players simultaneous. It's got 3 characters to pick from. And it is a bigger game, at least SNES wise. So I think, you know, a couple years down the road, probably not at the outset, because Final Fight was close to being a launch title. But later on, yeah, definitely I think the SNES could have. Let me see what else we got here. How could this happen? Exactly, to an opinion. Who said he was dying before his last tour. He said it was his goodbye tour. He did the tour and died. Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things. It was when I heard the news media saying that they were shocked, I was just like, you know, heartbroken, yes. Heartbroken, yes. Shocked? Really? Okay. Yeah. 3D World Runner. Man, I'm getting distracted. 3D World Runner is, I just want to pull this up real quick. Think Space Harrier, but with platformer elements. Instead of flying, you are quite literally running. But this is an early game on the NES, and it really holds up well. This is a really good-looking, simple, but good-looking NES game that uses a third-person 3D perspective. Yeah. He was 76. Yeah, he was 76, but he was also very, very ill. That's the thing. It's not the age thing to me, because 76 I still don't consider to be old. That is not because I am 76, chat. I'm not a boomer. But it is because, but it's the health thing. But 76, I mean, Shatner's what? Shatner's up there. And Shatner seems always to be like the picture of health. Yeah, but 3D World Runner, I think, looks really good on NES. Plus, it does have a 3D mode. I don't think they've got a picture of it. It does have a version where if you press the select button and you've got 3D glasses, the right type of 3D glasses, you can play the game in 3D or pseudo 3D, which they only made a handful of NES games like that. So 3D World Runner, and this is a cheapie. This is a cheapie. You can get this game cheap, chat. If you're going to collect for the NES, you can get 3D World Runner pretty darn inexpensively. Worth your time. Let me head back into the thing and let me read what I've missed. 76 is an old. Back in my day, yeah. Well, you know what I mean, twin opinion. Especially in today's day and age. I don't consider, he's 90 now, I don't know. I know he's 90 or older, he's somewhere in that range. Shatner, obviously, not Ozzy. 3D World Runner, though, cool game. Okay, this one I haven't played much, chat. Swords and Serpents, Acclaim again. And it's also developed by Interplay. I recently picked this one up. It is a first-person dungeon crawler. It also supports the 4-player adapter. And it is one of the most useless 4-player adapter games ever. Why do I say this? Because Controller 1 controls all of the movement in the dungeon, okay? And controls the actions of the first player. Controllers 2, 3, and 4, since it is a turn-based RPG, control the actions of players 2, 3, and 4 in sequence. Attack or defend, run away, use magic, etc. You can just as easily play this game with one controller and pass it around between 4 friends as you can using the 4-player adapter. The 4-player adapter for this is just there to say it supports the 4-player adapter. That Boris Vallejo looking artwork is neat. Yeah, I love this style of artwork. I always think of Boris Vallejo. I always think of oh gosh, I can't remember the name. Darn it, just a minute, chat. Oh, man. Let me look up Fire and Ice. Ice movie. Not backseat, but, based on character. I always think of Frank oh, it is Boris Vallejo. Oh, is it? Okay. Because, see, I always relate this artwork to Frank Frazetta. It's got a very Frank Frazetta feel to it. I love that. I love these barbarian-looking artwork things like this. Van Gogh. No, not Van Gogh. But Frank Frazetta, he used to do all the, he designed all the classic Conan the Barbarian covers from Incept until he died. He did all the, all sorts of Barbarian covers. Yeah, if you look up any of the old, like, Conan the Barbarian art, Frazetta. Red Sonja, Frazetta. And he also designed the characters for the movie Fire and Ice, which is a really amazing animated movie if you've never seen it. Just kidding. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, I was guessing him. I must be like, oh, you were like, oh, okay. Thought you were asking me who he was. Whoops. Speaking of more, okay, Wizards and Warriors, really fun platformer. Bit of an exploration. Wish it had a password system because this is one I want to play through, but I'm always afraid I'm not going to finish it in a single sitting. Wizards and Warriors, I'm not going to pull up screenshot. It looks nothing like this. You are fully clad in a suit of armor, including a helmet. It looks absolutely, but it's a fun game. And moving on with Wizards and Warriors. Iron Sword, Wizards and Warriors 2. And I wish I could zoom in with my hand cam chat because I don't know if y'all can. Let me see if I can move it up. And not dox my face. That is Fabio. That is Fabio. I mean, it's a drawing of Fabio, but it is Fabio. They licensed, Acclaim licensed Fabio's image to use him for God only knows why on the cover of Iron Sword. Fabio, who is on the cover of all the classic romance novels. Now, I don't know, maybe they thought they were going to grab the female audience by putting Fabio on the cover. Once again, character doesn't look like this. He is fully clad in a suit of armor, but Fabio. Oh no, Matt doxed his face. He's a shadow figure. Well, I gotta be careful because they are glossy. Fabio the Barbarian. I love that for this. I wonder how many times he's had to. I wonder how many times he's been asked to sign the cartridge. I want a Fabio signed copy of this game. I never know that. Yeah, that's Fabio. No, it's made with AI. Oh, no, before AI. Definitely before AI. Nowadays, yeah. Nowadays, you wouldn't know. People wouldn't know awesome artwork. I mean, there are some artists, but there's so much AI stuff out there. And the problem with AI, you know, the problem for me, I don't have a problem with AI artwork as long as I know it's AI artwork. My big problem with AI artwork is, I know there have been very few, but there have been a few cases, chat, of artists out there who are other than the art bots that you get a lot of times on Twitter and whatnot. There have been some artists who were seemingly legitimate who have been passing off AI art as their own. That sucks. The epitome of masculinity is depicted on that cartridge art. Indeed. I know something better is Photoshop. Yeah, well, this is before Photoshop. Was that even hand-painted or is it okay, it is a photo of him, but then it's been tweaked a lot. Well, no, it might even not be a photo. It might all be art. I don't know. Any case, I love it. That said, I've never really played this game. This one does have a password setting, unlike the original Wizards and Warriors. I've never played Iron Sword. I've had it for years, never played it. The original Wizards and Warriors I played and got pretty far when I was a little Madamus, but I'm not a little Madamus anymore, so I don't remember it. And continuing with Wizards and Warriors 3. Only thing I'm going to say about this one, well, I do have a couple things to say. One, this is from a period which I am happy that my label is in okay shape with this. Acclaim and LJN, because they were connected at the hip. There is a period where they changed their paper for their labels compared to anyone else. Terminator 2 Judgment Day used Photoshop. Oh, for the movie or for the poster? Because I know in the movie with all the digital effects, some I would have that would be interesting. But did they with the poster? That's interesting. Wow, early Photoshop. But then I think about that poster and it's not, oh, for the movie. Okay, because I was going to say the poster isn't much of a, I mean, it's a memorable poster, but it's not really much of a poster either. It's just him sitting on the bike and one of his eyes glowing red. And he's sort of like blue-hued, the Schwarzenegger character. Wizards and Warriors 3 chat. I barely played this. I don't know where the heck I'm supposed to go and what I'm supposed to do, so maybe we'll play it on stream sometime and I'll pull out a guide so I can figure it out. But Acclaim started using really cheap paper for their games. And as a result, it makes it really hard to collect for them and get good quality labels. Anytime you pick up Acclaim games half the time of a certain age, they've got all sorts of little tears at the top, and they're just the paper is just falling apart from normal usage or from above normal usage. But yeah, Acclaim really kind of is it. And yeah, and this, well, it does. They've got a different sort of thing on the back too. Gotta love old games and having no idea where to go. Yeah, it's weird, Megs, because I knew where I was going in Wizards and Warriors, but then you get to the third game and it's like, nope, just jump on some rooftops. That movie needs to stop making movies, in my opinion. The thing about the Terminator is they kept rebooting it. They rebooted it like 3 too many times. Because after Terminator 2, they keep doing a sequel and then deciding, oh, that didn't go well, let's start over again. And then they do another sequel that follows Terminator 2. And then, yeah, you're right, Judd, because the last movie, I really came to hate the last Terminator movie. Because the whole opening, spoiler alert, the first 5 minutes undoes all of Terminator 2 and makes it feel like, well, what was the point of Terminator 2? Literally, Dark Fate, yeah. What was the point of Terminator 2? We went through all that for what? Why was there even a fight? There didn't even need to be a fight. The T-1000, all of them, they could have just let them go on their merry way and then kaboom. That movie. And it's too bad because it's not a horrible movie, but that broke the movie. The opening to Terminator Dark Fate broke Dark Fate. Terminator Genesis I like all except, and I've talked about this before, Terminator Genesis I like all except for the Schwarzenegger Terminator getting upgraded. I would think they should have just written him out. That just I've been upgraded. That just, dude, bro, no, that's just stupid. That's not how it's supposed to work. That's just stupid. This is just dumb. And then the Terminator Salvation. My big problem with Terminator Arnold 1000. My big problem with Terminator Salvation is we've got a version that's called the director's cut because it adds a couple scenes and is more violent. It is not the director's cut. I've read about the McG, whatever the director's name is, what the real director's cut of Terminator Salvation entailed. Look it up sometime because holy crap, you talk about a swerve and then some. It basically has to do with them switching identities of John Connor with the guy who was like partial cyborg, only for at that moment for the switch to get flipped and him to go off killing everyone in the Resistance. Almost setting it up for a post-Terminator 2 type thing where, hey, the future was never fixed. I don't know, but it was a really dark, ending. It was a really, really dark ending from what I've read, chat. And we never got to see it. I don't even know if they tested it. I think the Warner execs just decided, nah, whatever. Okay, Tiger Heli. This is actually a Toa Plan. This is a Toa Plan shooter, which was licensed by Acclaim. The Acclaim version, I don't think this is the Software Creations. Acclaim version's fun. Tiger Heli is a... Oh, yeah, it isn't. Okay, I'm thinking of something else. Yeah, Tiger Heli, it's a Toa Plan game, licensed by Acclaim. Really, really, really good shooter. This is a good vertical shooter. There is a Genesis version also. Bang on Super Nintendo. Was Christian Bale in that movie? Yes, he was, Judd. Yes, he was. It's not a bad movie, but man, it's too bad we didn't get that director's cut. Also Acclaim, and this is one of those other ones with the labels where you got to be careful. It took me forever to find one with a label that wasn't damaged. Smash TV. The NES version of Smash TV is interesting. It clearly doesn't... I mean, visually, it's nothing like the... It doesn't look as good, even remotely as good as the arcade game. It doesn't look remotely as good as Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo. I do think it's got a couple voice samples in it. Not many, though. I think it's just got, like, let's go. The cool thing about this is it supports the 4-player adapter, but not for 4 players. It allows you to do a dual controller mode. So in arcades, this was a dual stick, top-down shooting game. Run around, run and gun, twin stick shooter. It's a twin stick shooter. In fact, I'm going to pull up some screenshots. But, the NES version, it allows you to do it twin stick. So you can use one controller to control the character and another controller to shoot your gun in all 4 of the directions. So you can use it almost like nunchuck controllers on the Wii or the dual Joy-Cons on the Switch. Acclaim did that with Smash TV. Bang up job. Super Nintendo doesn't have that option. Super Nintendo, they didn't think they needed it because of the 4 buttons. I don't know if Sega has that option either. It seems to be entirely NES. Let me switch over to the PC and pull up some screenshots on this one. But yeah, this is a recent repurchase for me because I had it when I was a little Madamus, and I dumbly sold this one that my family had. And thankfully, I was able to pick up again. Ooh, chat. My bitrate just dropped. Oh, please. Don't be... Please, ISP. Oh, dear Xfinity, don't be nerfing me. Let me know, chat, if you just got hit by any lag. I'm going to be watching my bitrate, but let me know if you got hit by any lag. Because I just saw a drop that made me uncomfortable. Let me pull up just the SNES versus the arcade. Versus the NES. So this is the way Smash TV looks on the Super Nintendo, and it looks almost like the arcade. It's very close to the arcade. Very, very close to the arcade. In my opinion, that game is American Gladiators ripoff. It's very similar. The idea, because it is a TV show type thing, Judd, where you're going through and winning prizes, I can see that. I don't know if I'd say ripoff, but it's definitely inspired by that type of thing, I believe. Gameplay-wise, though, it's Robotron. Midway just took their Robotron 2064 and changed the theme. But this is the way the NES looked. Obviously, the NES doesn't look as good, but really the NES, I think they pulled it off close enough so that it is It's an admirable version. What other systems was on? Oh, it was on Master System. How did it look on Master System? Okay, I actually think the NES version looks better than the Master System, chat, and that's interesting because Master System usually edges out the NES. Not always. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head when I go to sleep tonight. Okay. I forgot something, chat. Before we go on with any of the acclaim, we need to detour back. No lag there, but no lag. There was some, but it's good now. Oh no, it is dropping. Oh God. Yeah, I'm having problems, chat. Oh dear. No. All right, give me a moment, chat. Stream health. It says it's healthy. What the hell? What the hell is going on here? Live. Mute. Okay. Just a sec, chat. Oh God. Yeah, it's dropping off on me. It's dropping off on me hard. Let me look at the live stream. Yeah. Oh no. Oh damn. All right, just a moment, chat. Just a moment. Okay. Gonna run a speed test. All right, chat, give me a moment. I am running speed tests right now because son of a... Oh, I am really getting tired of these ISP issues. I'm really getting tired of them. Okay, it's gonna drop off now. Let's see. This might be a YouTube thing. It might be YouTube. I'm praying it's you. I'm honestly praying it's YouTube, because if it's YouTube, then then everything's cool. I just don't want it to be my ISP, chat. You understand that. Okay, that looks good. My download speed looks good. Okay. And my upload speed, oh, it's dropping. It's dropping a little bit. But it's still good. It's still solid. It's a little less than it should be, but it's still good. Okay. Okay, Okay. Okay. Chat, are we back? Are we back, chat? Are we back? Are we back? Okay. I don't know what's going on here. It seems to be on YouTube's end. It's still looking funky. This is the weirdest thing, chat. It shows me with red bars. It shows me with red bars, but it shows my upload speed as massive. Maybe I need to change my upload settings. Let's see. Hold on. Stream. Output. Streaming. Bitrate. I'm going to lower my bitrate, chat. Okay? Apply. Because whatever's going on, whatever is going on, it looks like my bit rate is too high for what I'm getting. So here's the thing which is going on. I have my bit rate, chat, set at, I had it set at 12 megabytes per second. Oh God, and there it goes dropping again. I had it set at 12 megabytes per second, but it's sending at like 24. It's like my OBS is wonky. I probably need to update my OBS. Do me a favor, chat. If it starts getting really bad, let me know. If it starts really dropping, let me know. Show some panic and we'll go ahead and end for the night. In fact, I'm typing that too. End. Okay. If it starts getting bad, let me know. Darn. Darn. Let me take a look here. Okay, it says I'm live. And it looks stable from here. No, it doesn't. It keeps... Balls! All right. Okay, shoot. My problem is I can't tell if it... I tell you honestly, my problem is I can't tell if this is YouTube or if this is... Gosh, it is doing the weirdest stuff. It is doing the weirdest stuff to me, chat. Are you... Someone say something. Someone type something in chat, please. I need to see just how bad this is. Not receiving enough data. Okay. YouTube is not receiving enough... You're good. Okay. I've been having dropping and buffering almost all stream, but I figured it was my roommate. No, it's not. It's mine. Stream's bitrate is higher. We recommend you use a bitrate of 6800. Okay, let me try that. Chat, I'm trying to change my settings again. Output. Streaming. Let's change it to 7000. And let's put it on variable bitrate. Apply. Okay. Okay, I've changed it, chat. I don't know what's going on, but it's like it's... Ow, I bumped my mic. It is like it is uploading at a higher rate than it should. Yeah, it's uploading way higher than it should, and I don't know what's causing this. It's not my Discord. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. In fact, hold on. Let me do a... All right, chat, who wants to do the troubleshooting stream? Woo! All right, let's do a quick troubleshooting, chat. I am going to go to DuckDuckGo, and I'm going to ask the question. Streaming at higher bit rate than I set. Okay. Bug, my OBS is exceeding the bitrate limit I set. Yep, 6000 is the target. Geez, this is 2021. Buy of jump. Also, my stream is. What does someone say? Bitrate is minimal, but OBS. See how much data it has to send. Network has problems. Part of the data has been buffered before send. It's possible higher value for if you say yes, it's a target video. Your cut connection has a problem. Can't send a buffer locally than OBS. If you want transmission rate never to go above, get a better network connection. I've got a better network connection. My ISP, there's a lot I can control, not a lot I can control. It's really interesting. I was streaming, getting a lot of spikes. Upload speed, low population, but didn't jump. Unfortunately, your ISP is generally going to be the bottleneck. Install software like Ping Plotter. Weak point is to contact your ISP. Point at a specific server causing the issue. Some people also set up a paid VPN to force a different room. Well, I'm not going to do that. Just shook up my streaming plans. Still on optical side. Okay. This is weird. It's just so weird, chat. Greetings, Jay. Welcome in. Matt, have you changed your Wi-Fi password recently? No, I haven't. Now, I don't use Wi-Fi for this, Luciano. I'm all hardwired. I use, but welcome in, Jay. Yeah, my internet's going wonky at the moment, so I'm trying to, figure this out. My roommate breaks the internet way too often for me to consider otherwise. When my roommate is away, almost never have any problems for the most part. YouTube app and phone system explain most. Yeah, I don't know where this bot. I'm going to have to get something like Ping Plotter. Something with my connection is bad because it keeps showing me a red line. I'm so drunk. Oh dear. Try not to. Well, be safe. Be safe, Jay. Do I have Wi-Fi at home? Yes, I do, but my PCs are all hardwired connection. My PCs are hardwired connection, and no, I haven't changed the password recently at all. Everything should still be the same password. For your phone, I use it on my tablet, yeah. Yeah, I use it on my tablet. But I don't know, would that be affecting it, Luciano? Oh, why can't I ever win? I want to check my speed test again. I'm going to check my speed test again, chat. I don't understand this. And then I'll come back and read your comments again. Finding optimal server, okay. Maybe it's this other one being connected too. I'm going to disconnect it. Let me disconnect. Well, I don't know how to disconnect from it other than to pull the plug. No, it's showing my upload speed is still close to where it should be. I'm dipping a little bit, but I'm close. This is so strange. And my ISP, they keep having to reset my boot record. Yeah, it's dropped. My upload speed has dropped again, and I don't know what is going on, but it is getting tiresome because it feels like it's every single time that I do this. It feels like it's every time I read. Change your password. Your neighbors might be using your broadband. Really? Okay. Chat, I am going to go to a be right back screen real quick while I go, why you texting? Say that, sorry, because I was afraid I was getting buffered. I was afraid I was getting buffered because I'm having a lot of connection problems at the moment. So I just wanted to, I don't know. Don't ask me why I do things, Jay. I don't know why I do things. Apple will ever figure out your password if you make it password. I got a password that I wouldn't have thought anyone would have gotten. Darn. But it's showing my... Here's the thing, Luciano. My download speed is perfect. It hadn't changed. My upload speed is the only thing that's being affected. So could that be affecting that? I don't know what's going on. Unga Bunga 16, that would be great. Yeah, I don't know, Jet. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Seriously, though, Luciano, would that be something that would be affecting it if it's only my upload? And it seems to be anytime they flush my modem out, anytime I contact my ISP, this is so strange. This is so strange. Yeah, poor. It's not receiving enough data again. Okay. Saying it again. Ain't his password Balls69? No, it's not Balls69! Balsamus. I don't know. This is, hold on. Chat, I'm gonna look something else up. Real quickly, I'm gonna look up something else. Upload. Oh, I'm on the wrong keyboard. Upload speed. Speed drops every week. ISP fixes. Okay, upload speed's occasionally dropping. Problem disappeared. I figured the splitter was the culprit. I don't have a splitter. Solved. Internet drops every night around the same time. For the last 2 weeks, my if you reboot the modem and it doesn't connect, you make sure bad modem or something wrong with the cabling. I know it's not the cabling. You could try to see if you know. Okay. Did you check your modem access point? QoS a figure. I don't know how to do that. Maybe your modem is taking backup of log file. Check for the update. DSL. User said happy in 19 seems to be an issue with QoS or something else inside the modem. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to contact my ISP. If you have many devices on the same network, your upload can drop. Really? Okay, well, I've only got 2 hardwired. Would it matter? Hex string, 6 balls, dear. Nobody will figure out the password. Balls was, oh dear. You have many devices on the same network. I would say I've got 4 wireless devices and 2 hardwired. Let me disconnect one of them real quick. Be right back, chat. Be right back. All right, I disconnected one of them, and it doesn't seem to be fixing it. Ah, darn. Lag, well, no lag, yeah, well, it sure shows it on this end. On this end, it keeps dropping to like, it just keeps dropping and then going super high. Let me know if it starts buffering or anything else you guys are getting, okay? For now, I'll go ahead and just continue. Let me put it back on the right screen. And let me see if I can... Well, I don't want to disconnect that. All right. Other stuff. Yeah, I just don't get it. I'm looking at it and I don't get it at all. If many devices are active, yeah, it can make a difference. Really? Okay. Daylin, I am going to put this on Be Right Back. I'm going to go unplug something else. Be right back. Okay. All right, I'm back. Malware check. You know what? Let me run my malware bytes while I'm on stream. Why the hell not? Boost your score. It says I've got 59%. VPN is inactive. Yeah, I know that. Let's scan. Scan. Threat scan in progress. E-sheep, I definitely, I don't have E-sheep ball exe. No! Give me a minute. Scanning file system, okay. I'm wondering, is there anything else that could be running? Okay, let me exit that. Just a moment, chat. Do. Maybe I've got, I mean, I don't have too many apps open, I don't think. Yeah, it says there's no threats. Let me, it shows nothing going on. Even though it says my trusted advisor, my score's poor, 59. Oh, secure your device. Okay, nothing there. Web protection on. Malware protection is on. Yeah, it says there's nothing. Don't pay attention to the score. Yeah, I'm not. It's just, but their scan are great. Yeah, I just ran a scan and it says it's fine. It says it's fine. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I just don't get it. Is it been doing any more buffering or are we good? Because it's still, I'm getting redline on my end. I'm getting 0 health on my end. Here, real quickly, we might have to just go ahead and wrap this up. I thought we could finish it, but darn. Let me see also. I do want to see if I can, maybe I can disconnect this PC. Maybe it is. No, it just says it's connected. It won't let me disconnect it without. I think it's buffering, but I've had browsers, so you have no idea. Yeah, gotcha. Chat. Also, I also had a phone call, so I kind of might need to wrap this up. I think I'm gonna have to deal with my ISP on this. Chat. We're gonna have to call this one short. Shut down Steam, Epic Games if they're GOG, if they're in the background. Steam is in the background. Let me shut it down. And this is running. I don't know what this is. Wait. It's fixed. Oh, no, it's not. It might be fixed. Chat, I can't tell. It might be fixed. Steam is still running, but it might be fixed. Okay, I closed Steam. No, it's not fixed. It's still giving me yellow. Discord is open, but I need that open. Pin tablet I don't need, because I don't even have the tablet connected. Malwarebytes I leave running. Daemon Tools I leave running, but I'll go ahead and exit it. Yes. Okay, that's closed. Yeah, pretty much the only other thing running is my AMD software. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna have to contact my ISP because it just keeps going up and down, and it's every week. It's like it's once a week, chat. It's becoming like once a week, or even. God. Yeah, I don't know. I thought I was past this. I thought also network printers can. I don't have any network printers attached at the moment, especially if they're updating remote print data. Yeah, even with the upload speed instead of just download, up and down. Yeah, and that's what I'm having here. It looks like it's all yellow now, at least. But it's yeah, I don't know what's going on. In fact, chat, I'm running another speed test, so it's going to go wonky for a minute. I wonder if, in fact, I should check down detector too. I'm going to check down detector too, just in case. Oh, wow. My speed test isn't even going, chat. Wi-Fi enabled consoles, I got nothing except a fire test. A fire stick. And speed test isn't even working now. The speed test website. I'm going to try it again. Here we go. Let's see. Find the optimal server. It won't even find the optimal server. I don't know what's going on. Darn. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Suggestion, streams bitrate is okay. Yeah, it looks like it's healthy for the moment, but it still keeps going wonky on me. Give me one more minute, chat. Let me check this again. Let me try the speed test through. You know, I wonder. I have a theory in a moment. Okay, let me see. My download speed's a bit low. It's slightly low because I should be getting about 450. I'm getting, well, now it's up to 400. So it's okay. Let me check my upload momentarily. Come on, baby. Come on, big bucks, no whammies. it's still a bit low. It's supposed to be 150. I'm only getting, it's 135, 140. But a lot of that could be because it's connected to this. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, last thing try at your end is updating your drivers. If that doesn't fix the issue, the problem is your provider. Yeah, and here's the thing, Luciano. Big bunny, don't whammies. Yeah, the problem is, Luciano, I contact my provider. They do something on my end to like rebuild, to repair or recreate the boot thing inside of my modem. And it's all fixed for about a week. And then after a week, it all goes wonky again. After a week to 10 days, it all goes wonky again. Chat, I'm watching this. I can't keep it going like this. We're going to have to go ahead and, I'm going to have to go ahead and end stream, I think. So let's go ahead and then the problem is your modem. Okay. I'm going to talk to my ISP and see if I can get set up with them to get a replacement modem then. If they can send one out to me soon. Again. God, they just replaced the thing too. They just replaced the thing because I had issues before. So I don't know. Oh, this is getting so old. They've replaced it before. Yeah, let's head back into the library chat. He won't give me the stuff. I'm sorry. Let's head back to the Hey, I understand, Omegs. How do you think I feel? I want desperately to just be able to stream. I just want to have it work. And now suddenly it's working. Let me keep an eye on it for a moment. I'm keeping an eye on it. I'm watching to see it drop. It's still green bars, but it's going higher again, which it shouldn't. And it dropped. Okay. Yeah, it's not good. ISP DHCP address renewal sounds like the issue to me. It did that to me once a week here with Spectrum. What was your solution then? Daylin, how did you fix it? Seriously. Because that, if that's the problem, try updating your drivers later. They change the config and then the modem updates automatically. The changes and changes the configs to default. Your internet is a works when it wants. Oh dear, that really dropped then. Okay, ISP DHP. Okay, try updating my drivers. The problem is, okay, so it's an external modem, Luciano. So what drivers would I even be, I hate to sound dumb on this, but what drivers would I even be, updating? I guess, yeah, I'll figure that out. I'll figure it out. That's weird though. Unplug I've tried that. That doesn't work for me, Daylin. That doesn't work on my end, unfortunately. But chat, needless to say, we didn't get through much at all tonight. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully next week we'll be able to get through some more of these. Next week will be the week. It's always around 2 a.m. here. Blame Windows updates. It could be. I did just update Windows today. Woo! Oh my gosh! Woo! Ear trumpet, thank you! Thank you for the... Wait, is that new or is that old? It's not showing up here. It's not showing up! Top chat. Wait, I don't see it, chat! Yeah, I don't... Chat. Did Ear Trumpet dono again? Because I'm not seeing it. Oh, yeah, he did. Wow, it didn't show the, super chat. Or no, he didn't. Ear Trumpet, if you're there, say something, because I don't know what's going on. Well, you got double the Ric Flair for free. I guess that's nice. Yeah, streams are fun because we go down now. I can't blame Windows because my phone OS is based on Linux. Oh, boy. Yeah. And see, I'm good right now. No, and then it starts dropping. I just don't get it. I don't get it, chat. I don't get it. I'm going to real quickly run just one more speed test, though. Just for giggles. Just for giggles. Am I not giggling? Okay. Yeah, and I'll have to tell them that it's happening once a week. I will tell them that's happening once a week. Okay, my upload speed is better right now. I'm at 430, 440. Okay, or my download. My upload's better now. My upload looks fine. No, it's dropping. And it starts dropping. Okay. My upload keeps going up and down in waves, yeah. I don't know what... I mean, it's still high enough that shouldn't be a problem, but it's unstable. Because I see it perfectly green on this end, and then suddenly, kaboom, kawami, kaboom. I swear I'll switch to Linux. Yeah, I feel like I need to. But that still isn't probably my issue with this. Maybe I should just for whenever I stream. Chat, let's say, okay, let's see who we can raid into. Super Scuff Back Library Raid. Alright, Super Scuff Back Library Raid. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work since I don't know what else to do. It looks stable right now, though. But it still looks unstable. I just don't know. No, it's still going down. It still keeps dropping into yellow. Puppy slaves tomorrow. Yes, and I will get this fixed for tomorrow. I will absolutely get this fixed. Let me just make sure nothing else is possibly the culprit with this. I'm even going to close Discord. Let me close Discord and see. No, it's still in the yellow. It's still yellow. Oh, and it's in the red now. Let's see who's up. Let's see who we can raid into, chat. Edit. Customization. Redirect. Mary, Banana, Poneko, Mercy is on. Kurhan, Neko Lolita's on. Nori is on. You know what? Stories of Stars. I'm not familiar with that person. Let's go ahead and just raid into... I mentioned Nori earlier. Let's raid... Well, actually, I owe a raid to Neko Lolita. Let's raid into Neko Lolita. We haven't raided into her for a while. She's doing some Danganronpa, another 2. So we're going to raid into Neko Lolita, chat. Of course, now it says stream is healthy. Oh, but it's not healthy. I could see it on this end. All right, chat. We're going to do a raid into Neko Lolita. Thank you, Judd. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Twin Opinion, Omegs de Lynn, Jennifer, who was here. I said Twin Opinion. Luciano, and thank you for the suggestions as well, Luciano. Yeah, thank you, Jintai, who was here. Thank you for the Supers ear trumpet. Thank you, Jay, for stopping by. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by. I'm so sorry it all fell apart. Hopefully I could get this fixed permanently. It's getting old. Yeah, getting very old. Thank you, anyone who's been lurking, and thank you, anyone who's been VOD watching. Appreciate it. I don't know how you got through it, especially once it turned into the Scuffamus Maximus. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.